Hey man, what's good, YouTube? We react to the real reason why the Lakers are so bad. Hey, look, bro. This is a highly requested video. You know what I'm saying? Only time didn't want to react to this bitch is 14 minutes. God damn! Let's go back to the video.
So, the Lakers are bad. Like, really, really bad.
Bro, this is why the Lakers are bad, bro. They need a new coach. They need a new coach ASAP, bro. A fucking set, bro. This coach is ass, bro. If they had Eric Spoelstra, you know what I'm saying? I'm so glad he's with the fucking Heat, bro. You know what I'm saying? But if the Lakers had that type of coach, bro, they would be winning. They would be like second, third in the East. I mean, the West, probably first. You know what I'm saying? No, they would be first, but the coach is ass, bro. Let's see what he got to say.
Which is a shame, because this is an organization that features not only LeBron James, but Anthony Davis, two players who, before the season began, were framed as top 10 players in the league. Not only that, in the middle of the offseason, they added Russell Westbrook to this roster.
Let's go.
And acquiring a third star meant that many people were throwing the super team label around, giving them the expectations of being the best team in the NBA. And even when you go around the internet and look at who had some of the highest championship odds before the season began, the Lakers found themselves second, even ahead of the defending champions with the Milwaukee Bucks. However, fast forward to where we are today, and the Lakers are far removed from being a championship contending team.
No, they're not, bro. They're just saving the energy to win the championship.
Mediocre defensively and one of the worst offensive units in the NBA. And to make matters worse, as time progresses, it's only going to get worse. Because despite the fact that the Lakers, again, have a losing record, they have had the easiest schedule thus far. And moving forward, they will have the toughest schedule remaining in the league. So in today's video, what I'm going to do is highlight what I believe is fixable for this team, and that is their offense. Because it makes no sense at all that the Lakers are literally one of the worst offensive units in the NBA. As I record this video, the Lakers have a bottom 5 offensive rating. They are 0.6% away.
Bro, all this shit this nigga saying I don't understand, bro. This is too much knowledge for me.
They turn the ball over 16 times per game, which ranks them towards the bottom of that category. They also have a below league average shooting percentage, but more importantly, this team just struggles to put up three-pointers. And even when they do make them, they're only making them at a 34.5% clip, which is below league average. So, where do the Lakers score their points? Well, to their credit, the Lakers do get to the basket at a near league high rate at 30 attempts per game in the restricted area and convert those shots at a very respectable rate of 66.1%. However, everywhere else on the court that is within the three-point line and outside of the restricted area, the Lakers just do not make these shots at a respectable rate at all. To be specific, the Lakers only make 35% of their shots in the paint that are not within the restricted area, and when it comes to mid-range jumpers, the Lakers are only converting those at a 40% clip, which is a shame because in terms of volume, the Lakers attempt the 6th most amount of mid-range shots in the NBA. However, converting them barely at a 40% rate puts them towards the bottom of the league in terms of mid-range efficiency. So, what does all of this mean? The Lakers need better floor spacers. I hate to sound like a broken record, and I hate to say it, but I told you so. But it is true. Without legitimate three-point shooters on the floor surrounding AD, Russ, and LeBron, it makes it significantly easier for the opposing defense to scheme against them, since it's already understood that those three players are best when they get to the basket. For example, let's look at Westbrook. As we all know, Westbrook is best suited when the ball is in his hands.
Yeah.
Because when he doesn't have the ball in his hands, he's one of the biggest contributors to the lack of floor spacing on his roster. So far this season, on set jump shots, Westbrook has attempted 102 of them, and he's only converted 29 of them, giving him a field goal percentage of 28.4% on set jump shots. Mind you, most of these set jump shots are three-pointers, in which he's left wide open on, and yet he still is converting them at a clip of only 28%. So again,
oh yeah, somebody's hacking to the system. Westbrook's not missing that much. Foul! Where's call that shit? They're hating on him.
Westbrook, it makes it easier for the opposing team to stop him because everyone knows he's trying to get to the basket. For example, in pick and roll sets where DeAndre Jordan or
like this like every time they're showing like a Lakers video, why they always trying to make Westbrook look bad? He has the best field goal out of all the point guards in the NBA. Fuck. Like they always trying to make Westbrook look bad, bro. Like he has a better field goal than Curry. Who else? Luka, Trae Young. He has better field goal than all of them, bro. Stop trying to hate on this nigga, bro. How about that nigga dick? Word, nigga.
It's tremendously easy for the opposing team to defend this because the initial defender that is guarding Westbrook is going under the screen, and the big man is just sagging off as much as he possibly can to disrupt either DJ or Howard from rolling to the basket. Because of this,
that's one shot, bro. Westbrook makes those, bro.
Is to pull up into a jump shot. However, Westbrook is bad at this as well. So far this season, he has attempted 105 pull-up jump shots, but has only made 39 of them, making Westbrook one of the least efficient volume pull-up jump shot shooters in the NBA. But here's what makes things even worse, because I don't think people thoroughly understand the volume of jump shot shooting that Westbrook is doing so far this season. Because when you look at the amount of set jump shots and you look at the amount of pull-up jump shots so far from Westbrook, they account for nearly 40% of the field goal attempts from Westbrook so far this season. Meaning that nearly half of the time, Westbrook is attempting a shot that he's only making 33% of the time. Then when you add on top of the fact that Westbrook has a depleting free throw percentage, as this is the worst free throw shooting season of his career, and Westbrook somehow, some way, even though his usage rating is going down, still turns the ball over nearly...
No, see, that's not his fault. That's not his fault right there. That's not his fault. Fucking who the fuck that is? Ariza or DeAndre Jordan. They didn't come to the fucking down court. That's not Westbrook's fault. See, they're trying to make Westbrook look bad. Foul.
Where Westbrook, the star acquisition, in many ways is doing more harm than good to this Lakers offense.
Yeah, like a ball never slipped out your hands before. Fuck. Come on. I'm gonna watch ads. I could have just skipped it.
When Westbrook is on the floor, the Lakers have an offensive rating of 103.9. But when he's off the floor, the Lakers' offensive rating is 102.2. Now, yes, that is lower, but not by much. And one could easily argue that number.
So when he's on the court, he's better.
LeBron had played more games. And Westbrook isn't the only star that falls victim to this. When you look at Anthony Davis's offensive rating on the court versus off the court, it is virtually the same. AD, similar to Russ, is forced into taking some jump shots that he might not be comfortable with, mainly because of lack of floor spacing. And when Davis is not involved with the offensive set, he's normally just hanging around in the perimeter.
Yeah, see, good pass by Westco. See? Yeah, not only Westco, bro. Like, hop off that nigga dick.
I know some people might have been optimistic about Anthony Davis's role on this team because of his skill set. However, so far this season, that really hasn't panned out whatsoever. When we look at Anthony Davis's jump shot profile, and I mean any form of
bro, like, let me tell you what the Lakers are actually doing, bro. Let me tell you what the Lakers are actually doing, right? And I don't want to say it because I don't want to ruin their plan, bro, but they're playing sorry in the first half of the season, bro. But soon as they make the playoffs, bro, people are like, bro, I did not think the Lakers was this good. Bro, yeah, bro. They've been as good. They've just been hiding it, bro. Like, look at the Nets, bro. The Nets was playing shitty defense in the season, bro. But as soon as they came to the playoffs, they was playing amazing defense. This is exactly what the damn Lakers are doing, bro. I'm telling you, bro. You heard it from me, bro. And I might somebody clip this, bro, too. Watch. When I'm right, man. All right.
His three-point shooting so far this season, he's only shooting 18% from deep. Now, to be transparent, there's definitely an argument to be made that AD is regressing right before our eyes. Davis, so far this season, is not performing anywhere near close to the same level that we saw him in when he was playing in the bubble. And because of this, the impact that many people thought that he was going to have on the team is severely missing the mark. But I do believe there is a bit more nuance to the poor shooting percentages, and a lot of that just has to do with the lack of.
That's a good game right there.
The best examples of this is when Davis gets the ball in the high post, and the opposing team is already shading him in a certain direction, or there are several players who are playing help defense, waiting for him to drive to the basket so they can contest his shot.
He make those, bro. Like, that's not a bad shot, bro.
Of course, is a jump shot.
That's not a bad shot.
When AD does have the proper floor spacing and he's able to get to the basket.
Look at LeBron. Look at LeBron.
Look at LeBron. Nearly 75%.
Look at LeBron.
You have LeBron, who honestly, it's hard to be critical of him because of how many games he missed early on in the season. And even now, as he's playing exceptionally well, he's still not playing alongside Anthony Davis. So it is a bit tougher to articulate my concerns with LeBron and his play alongside some of his teammates. However, I will note this. So far this season, LeBron as a jump shot shooter is more efficient than both Anthony Davis and Russell Westbrook. And also, I will give LeBron credit.
See, Westbrook has a better field goal than Anthony Davis. But people want to say it's Westbrook's fault. It's not.
The other role players who aren't great floor spacers. So far this season, LeBron is attempting the most three-point shots of his career, and he's converting them at a league average rate. Now, on the surface, that sounds pretty good to great, and quite frankly, it is, but it could be so much better if LeBron was able to consistently get to the rim. Because when he does get to the rim, not only is LeBron converting his shots in the restricted area at a league high of 76.4%, but also that is the highest field goal percentage that LeBron has had in the restricted area since 2014.
Oh, with the
And
Heat.
it is the second highest field goal percentage that he has had in the restricted area in his entire career, making this even more impressive from someone who has been in the league for nearly 2 decades. But here's the problem, and this is the reason why I say offensively it could be even better. LeBron, unfortunately, has only attempted 171 shots in the restricted area, which only makes up roughly 35%
I'm
of
still
his shot
recording, though?
selection diet. 35%, which is ridiculously low for LeBron because just 2 years ago, nearly 43% of LeBron James' shot selection was taken within the restricted area. Meaning that the one area that LeBron is dominating in a historic fashion, he's attempting them at a 7 to 8% decrease than he was just 2 years ago. And again, that is because there just isn't the proper floor spacing for LeBron to consistently attack the basket. So, how exactly do the Lakers fix these problems? Well, for starters, to be fair, injuries have definitely limited what this team can do offensively. LeBron has missed a portion of the season, and 2 supporting cast members who I believe will have immediate impact in Trevor Ariza and Kendrick Nunn have virtually played no games at all throughout the year so far. With these players receiving quality minutes, not only will there be better floor spacing, but also players such as Rondo, Kent Bazemore, and DeAndre Jordan will hopefully be removed from the rotation completely.
Yeah, Rondo's gone.
3 of them have been massive negatives to what this team is trying to produce.
Rondo's gone.
Also, while I am talking about the supporting cast members, other players who are deemed as quote-unquote shooters have to be more consistent. Malik Monk in the first 20 games of the season was shooting below 33% from 3. Wayne Ellington in the last 20 games is shooting 33% from 3. And Carmelo Anthony, after starting off really hot from deep in the first 11 games of the season, as he was converting 52% of his three-pointers, since then is only making his three-point shots at a 32% clip. So yeah, the supporting cast members who are viewed as shooters have to step up and be much more consistent than they have so far this season. Another problem with the Lakers so far this season offensively has to be their lineups. Frank Vogel
it's the coach.
has to do better in terms of finding lineups that maximize what this team can do offensively. I'm not going to sit here and give you every single lineup combination, but here's a great example of what I mean. So far this season, nearly 85% of the minutes that Westbrook has played for the Lakers, he's been on the court sharing the floor with 2 other non-floor spacers. 85%. That is ridiculous. And finally, and I know I'm going to get a lot of flack for this, but I genuinely believe this is true, Westbrook needs to receive a lesser role on this team.
Huh?
And I would go as far as to say that the Lakers need to really look into putting Westbrook on the bench.
No.
Now, of course, there's going to be a lot of pushback on that, but please let me explain. A, it doesn't matter what type of team is surrounding Westbrook or even his usage rating. Some of the negative attributes to his game is still going to be seen. Again, his usage rating has gone down, but he's still turning the ball over 4.5 times.
It's a kickball violation, bro.
Shooting is still going to be below average. The free throw shooting is somehow regressing, and even though
everybody airballs a shot, bro.
Westbrook will be able to get to the basket much more often if there are better floor spacers surrounding him. And let's just say, hypothetically speaking, that his ability to finish around the rim will also increase because so far this season, Westbrook is below average in the restricted area. It still would not make any sense to prioritize a Westbrook-led offensive set when you have Anthony Davis and LeBron James on the court who finish at the rim at a historically high rate, which is something that Westbrook has never been able to do, which is something that I attempted to highlight before the season began. All of the great attributes that Westbrook could provide to this team will be overtaken by LeBron James and Anthony Davis because they just do it better. LeBron James is a better ball handler and decision maker, and both of them are better finishers at the basket. But it doesn't stop there. The other problem with having Westbrook on the floor is that the rest of the personnel will have to be three-point shooters. That means more than likely the Lakers are going to take a massive hit defensively. And trust me when I say, All you have to do is look at some of the highlights between Wayne Ellington, Malik Monk, and my goodness, Carmelo Anthony. And all three of them are really bad point of attack defenders, especially Melo, who is horrible at not only point of attack defense, but sending over any type of help in the screen and roll action. So again,
I noticed that Carmelo be doing that. I remember one time he was guarding somebody, right? They had passed it. LaMelo did a whole 360, trying to like look around, bro. Just let the man wide open, bro. That shit was funny. I'm not gonna lie though. But
look into putting Westbrook on the bench. Because yes, there's a possibility that you can maximize the offensive lineup surrounding Westbrook. However, there will be a massive setback defensively. And that type of setback is completely fine for bench play. But for the remainder of the year, as the Lakers have the toughest schedule left in the NBA, and especially in the playoffs, when the opposing team is going to consistently attack the weakest link defensively.
I'm saying, this is just an act, bro. The Lakers are not trash, bro.
The Lakers to try to
I'm telling you, the Lakers are not trash, bro. This is just an act.
lineup when you have two other players on the court who do exactly what Westbrook can do, but better. But hey, those are just my thoughts. Please let me know what you think about the video in the comment section below. I honestly don't know what to expect from the Lakers because, like I stated before, they have the toughest schedule remaining.
And they're about to win those games. They just want to make the playoffs. That's it. They're gonna make it to the 6th seed. Watch.
And I didn't even highlight all of the concerns that this Lakers team has defensively because there's a lot of concerns with this team on that side of the floor as well. But please let me know what you think about everything in the comment section below. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button and the subscribe button. And I'll see you all next time. Peace.
All right. That's the video, but make sure you like, comment, yeah.